is about friends for life. Claire had such a friend. Her name was Julia Fotor, and her daughter Catherine is here with us today. Claire and Julia met as 11-year-old girls at a boarding school in Budapest. Both of them had parents who wanted a good education for their daughters and sent them to the city. Claire and Julia shared the best and worst of those warriors and went on to leave as refugees. Claire to Toronto and Julia to New York. I knew them from the 1970s when we met as families on July 1st, the July 4th long weekend, at the Fotor summer home by a lake in the hills north of New York City. We spent all weekend sharing stories of hungry and eating fabulous cakes one after another, one of the greatest bake-offs of all time. Everybody's appetite is increasing, but they'll be refreshing afterwards. They had so much fun getting together, connecting with people. Claire's ability to build friendships, new ones, served her well at every stage of her life. There was a gang of survivors met every New Year's Eve and on summer afternoons to share specialty cakes and reminiscence few could hope to understand. And when I met these friends, I found them so gentle, gracious, and dignified, I could never imagine anyone would want to hurt them. Yet little by little, I learned the horrors they had faced, they had survived them to come safely to Canada. And there are new friendships to be found at the Wagman Center. In later years, where Claire went every day to exercise and to swim. In her late 90s, new people came into her life to share outings to restaurants. Exercise. Claire told us we needed to exercise every day. That's what she did, mainly at the Wagman Center, where she swam every day when the pool was open. Her determination to keep her body served her well. I recall the day when we were traveling to Slovakia when she was about 90 years old. There was a castle to climb with steps that went up and up and up. I began to worry she would manage. I shouldn't have feared. Claire went up strongly and steadily, right up to the top. Courage. Along with a love of family, strong friendships, and a determination to keep fit, Claire showed courage. Again and again in recent years, we watched her face adversity and fight back. She told she trusted her body, and her body delivered on command time and again. Once she faced a crisis in Mount Sinai and told Andrew, "I'm prepared to die, just not today." The final days. Jenny and Nina were about to have a baby, little Millie, born just 7 weeks ago. Clara told us she would be there when Jenny had her baby. One of the very last joys of her life was holding a newborn in her arms, first at her home in Bayfred, and then her final days in the hospital. So that's from Susan, and from her grandson, Joseph. I've always felt a direct and very important connection with my grandmother, being named after her brother. This has always felt like an enormous responsibility that I'm reminded constantly, even as I fill out the custom forms to come home. I don't believe that people are replaced, but at best I hope that by living a free and fulfilling life, I can be a testament to the survival and resurgence of her family in the second half of the 20th century. I went on 2 very important trips with my grandmother to Europe, both of which are connected with her history in the Holocaust. When I was 16, I went to Poland on a Holocaust trip with my grandmother. As everything she did, she was very independent and capable, not wanting to be a burden at all. Quickly, she became quite popular in the trip, and I was quite happy that she shared her experiences with my fellow youth who eagerly wanted to learn. It was only when we got to Auschwitz when I truly understand that for her, this was not a trip to memorial sites so much as the closest she could come to visiting the graves of her parents. I know that was one of the most important days of her life. She felt guilt about surviving when her parents and brother did not, and took that right through her entire life. In the spring of 2006, I had the opportunity to travel to Budapest with my grandmother, which was a much happier occasion. She was 88, but took me around the city of her youth as she was a young adult. My fear was not sensitive or insistent enough that she'd act her age and slow down. Impossible task. But she showed me everything that she could about her Budapest, where they were forced to live during the war, the site of her boarding school, long since demolished, the opera, one of her great joys in life, the famous cake places, and the river cruise. She insisted that the fruit is better there, and I tasted it, and it was. And she truly loved Budapest, and really was a city girl. It was a place where she first fell in love. But I learned more strikingly how immense the decision to leave must have been. She gave up living in this place that she had clearly loved because it could not provide opportunities for her family, specifically in education. That was more important to her than all of those other things. The continent spawned a hate that killed her family, and for that she had to leave. I remember her saying to me many times that Canada is the greatest country in the world, and you could tell how much she meant it. And that's from her grandson, Joseph. And from her friend in Budapest, dear Andrew, Judy, and Susie. You must know how much I love Clara. I remember that from the very first time that we met, we felt a warm sympathy. I'm sure it was mutual. And I recall many of our meetings and discussions. The last one was a concert in Budapest in 2011. I was there with my mother, and I was so happy the two met each other. I will remember her as the kindest of her relatives from the older generation. I'm with you. Love, from Valen. And from a friend in Toronto. Dear Andrew and Susan, we're so sorry to learn of Clara's death. although relieved to learn that it was peaceful and that Andrew and Judy were with her. Claire was an absolute pleasure, indeed a joy to be with. I hope our impressions don't seem presumptuous, because of course we didn't know her very long, but we only wished that we had the opportunity to meet her earlier and spend more time with her. But on the occasions we did, she radiated a gentle warmth and friendliness. We found her spirited, well-informed, conversationalist, with a sly, quiet sense of humor. In spite of her advanced age, she was always ready for new experience, as open to contemporary opera and jazz, soul, and R&B, such as Caroline or Change, and she was which was one of her beloved classics. She was a heck of a good pastry chef, too. We send our heartfelt sympathies to you and all your family. We look forward to seeing you when we return from New Orleans and hear more about Claire and her amazing life. With all our best wishes, Margaret and Ellen. And one last message from a friend in Tokyo, dear Andrew and Susan. To say that your mother had a full life would be an understatement. I think she just missed World War I, but was there for the both Red and White Terror that followed, the anti-Semitic laws, World War II, Stalinism, the 56th Uprising, becoming a refugee and starting a new life in Canada. All I can say is that for someone who lived through the worst part of the far too eventful century, she was always in good spirits. No doubt this is because she was what every mother dreams of, a loving and caring family. All the best to you, and my friend Andrew from Tokyo. Claire passed away peacefully on Monday, March 20, 2017, 72 years and 1 day after the liberation of Budapest in her 99th year. When I asked the family to sum up Claire's qualities, here are some of the words they shared with me. They talked about her courage and her wit, how fun-loving she was, her great skills as a meticulous baker and creator of fine dishes for every occasion. They talked about her intelligence, her independence, her resilience, her principled nature, and above all, how loving, so very loving and dedicated she was to her family. They say that death ends a life, but not a relationship. Death may end a life, but not a relationship. And it is in the recollection of these and so many other beautiful qualities we hope the family draws comfort from in the days to come. May remembering always be for a blessing. Please rise for the memorial prayer.
שוכנת במרומים, המצאת